Do you love animals? Have you ever wanted to adopt a dog but didn't know how? Each year, approximately 2.7 million dogs and cats are killed because shelters are too full and there aren't enough adoptive homes. The main advantage of adopting versus shopping is that you get to help a loving animal in need who may have had a very difficult past or may have been thrown out by its old family, and you're able to put that dog back into a loving, caring home. Deciding to adopt a dog can be very overwhelming, but luckily the process is super simple. I have lots of personal experience adopting animals because my own dog Cheetah was adopted from a shelter. I've also accompanied many friends while they adopted their own shelter animals, so I have lots of experience with adopting and rescuing dogs. Today I'm going to inform you about the steps you need to take in order to adopt your own animal, including researching different breeds, visiting your local shelter, and preparing for your new dog. So let's begin with researching different breeds to determine which one is going to be right for you. So there are some questions that you should probably ask yourself before choosing a dog. Different dog breeds have different personalities and needs. So if you're someone who likes to go on long walks every day, it might be best for you to get a big dog such as a Labrador Retriever or maybe even a Husky. So if you're someone who doesn't like to walk every day and is a low energy person, it might be better for you to get a low energy dog breed such as a Bulldog or a Chihuahua, which might be better suited to your personal lifestyle. So it's also important to take into account your living arrangements. So if you live in a small apartment, it might be best for you to adopt a smaller dog that doesn't really need to walk and roam as much. But if you live in a large house or on a farm with like lots of grass and walking trails, a bigger dog might be the best fit for you. But whatever dog you choose, make sure it's the right fit for your personality and lifestyle, and make sure that you're going to give the dog the best life that it could possibly have. So another consideration when picking a dog is to decide whether you want to adopt a puppy or an adult dog. There are a lot of pros and cons to each option, so it's a very personal and important choice to make. You're also going to want to figure out how much time you have. Adopting a puppy does take a lot of time and training, so keep that in mind when making your decision. Older dogs are usually already potty trained and are more well behaved. And adult dogs' habits and temperament are already well established, as opposed to a puppy where you're going to need to potty train and train how to sit, and it just takes a lot of more energy and time for you. So once you have determined which dog breed is the right fit for your lifestyle, it's now going to be time to actually visit your local shelter or SPCA if you have one. So first you're going to look at the shelter's website before you visit. This is going to give you a great idea of the kind of dogs they have available for adoption, as well as the dog's personal needs and its own personality. So visit the shelter and just hang out with different pets. Pet adoption takes time and you don't want to rush it, and you want to make sure that you're choosing the right dog for you. It helps to visit the animal shelter more than once in order to give you just a good feel for the dog's personality, because sometimes the dog can be different on one day than it is on another day. It might be a good idea to take the dog on a walk so that you can get to know them better and have them hang out with other dogs at the shelter. You can also play with the dog at the SPCA to see how they interact with you and the other dogs. But you need to make sure that the dog is exactly what you want before choosing to adopt, because a lot of people will adopt an animal and then take it back a couple weeks later because it's not what they thought that it was going to be. So just make sure that before you take this animal home, you're confident that it's what you want and what you need. So preparing for your new dog, you don't have to buy everything you need before you adopt, because the day of adoption is filled with a lot of excitement and stress, and it can just be very overwhelming. So it might be a good idea to just have several things on hand before you pick up your pet. So first, your dog is going to need food and water. So make sure you get healthy food as well as food dish. The best dog food contains no chemical preservatives and no artificial coloring. So your dog is also going to need a collar, a leash, a dog bed, a crate, and most importantly, new toys. So make sure you keep in mind the type of dog you plan to adopt, because a Chihuahua's supplies and its collar is going to be a lot smaller than that of like a Great Bernard. So be sure to look for size specifications. So to wrap things up, I have informed you about the necessary steps you need to take in order to adopt a dog, including the research, visiting your local shelter, and preparing for your new dog. You have learned that adopting a dog is very easy and can be very rewarding. I hope that I have given you the tools you need to successfully adopt a dog in need.